And welcome to Inacore Gaming. Today we're going to continue on in our Factorio video series. If you watched the last video, you know we had a special guest. He's not with us today. Hopefully we'll be able to get him back very soon. While we were playing the other day, I did notice that for some reason the research is not progressing. Red, green, gray, blue, and gold. And I thought we had fixed that so that it would run. So I'm not sure why it's not working. So let's go check that out. Let's go find out why that's not working and fix it so that it is working. Now, as I'm looking here, looks like the gray is missing. Okay, here's gray. Aha, something has gone wrong right here. Ah, I see. Looks like somehow we have gotten some ammo that has slipped onto the belt here. I'm not sure how that happened. Probably John or I1 must have done that. So let's pick this up. Now we have, and we'll put them in there so that they'll get passed down the line. And yes, indeed, I can see all of them are working again, and we're going forward. So an easy fix. That's excellent. But this is one of the ways that things happen. All kinds of stuff. So we continuously are tweaking the factory. One of the other things that I noticed is that in the last update they have changed the recipe for concrete, for the very best kind of concrete it's made. So our concrete production has stopped. So let's go up there and see what we can do about that. So I see that this is still working. So it looks like iron ore, stone brick, and water are still the recipe for this kind of concrete, which is what? I don't know what this is concrete. And this concrete, which is refined concrete, but it now takes something more than it did. Oop, oh, oh. Sometimes I can't drive the helicopter very well. It takes steel plate. How does it have steel plate? It says it's got one. Where did it come from, you reckon? It takes iron sticks. Looks like we're making iron sticks here. So that's cool. It takes concrete, which is coming in here, and it takes water. So looks like the ingredient that we're missing is steel plate. So we could try to belt steel plate up here, but I think probably the easiest solution for us is just to put in a requester chest and let the bots do it. Looks to me like we can put in a requester chest for each assembly machine. And you can see that this part of the factory was built before all of our latest research, because we know that the green inserters are much better to move things from boxes to boxes or boxes to assembly machines. But now we got to request. Let's see, if we copy this, put it in this requester chest. Okay, so it wants just one. Let's get rid of those. Let's up it to 10. That will keep the bots from doing a whole lot. So now we copy that, put it in all of these. And we'll see what happens. Yeah, it brought some, and that's okay. Hopefully I hope that the inserter will use it since it's in here. I'll check back in a few times and see if it's actually pulled any of this out. So I'm just sitting here waiting for some bots to bring some. There we go. Now, are we going to produce concrete? Refined concrete? And see, it did use that stick, that iron stick. So, and now it's used, so now we're good. Okay. Excellent. And we're making concrete again. Why isn't this side working? Must be full. It's full. So it's made all that it can make at the moment. We're pulling from this side, so that's why this is making. That's why this is working. See, these are probably as full as well, I would bet. Yeah. Okay, so now concrete's working. So research is now working again. Concrete is working again. That looks really good. Not sure what this does. This appears to be something that no longer needed. Somehow that's been rotated incorrectly. All right. Looks like we're back in business. Okay, let's see. Is there anything else? Can't really think of anything else that needs to go. The only other thing I want to do today is I want to go work on our, well, I want to put down a couple of trains, and then I want to work on the Kovarex over there in WC, get the Kovarex kick started and running. So we will fly over to WC now. Let's see, was there something else? It seemed like there was something else that I wanted to do in the main base. I do know that we need to go back to the main base and take a look at all of our mines that are feeding the main base and do some cleanup on those. Pick up the miners that are no longer have resources. Potentially close out some that have mined all the resources, and maybe open up some new ones and start bringing in some more resources to the main base. Our goal right now is to turn on the Mega Base Iron Foundry and see if it works, because we designed it a long time ago and we've never actually seen it work. We don't, not even sure if it will work. I think the design is good, but who knows? Until we actually, you can design things all day, but until you can actually make them function, you don't really know if they're working correctly or not. Can I make some heat tape? I would like to replace that heat tape that's been destroyed. Stop going up there. That's what happens when you set a nuclear bomb off in the middle of your base. If you'd like to see that, check out the previous video. Did I not just make heat tape? Why didn't the robots go out there? I think I know why. Because I'm in my $73 of them. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. 73. Wow, that's going to be boring to sit and watch. Yeah, so we've done this. Don't have many things left. This is part of a mod. We don't need it anymore. They've actually put these things into the game itself. It's in Factorio now, so we don't need the mod to do the same thing that Factorio does already. Our inventory is already huge now, so don't really need more inventory. This requires white, which we don't have yet. You have to launch rockets in order to get the white research. So we don't have that, don't have that, don't have that. What is this? Fluid wagon. Unavailable. Because we don't have this. So looks to me like we've done all the research we can do at this point, or need to do. I mean, we could do these, but we don't need them. And there's no sense in spending the resources. So now we're just waiting to start launching rockets in order to get the white science. So after the patch that they did that changed all the recipes and everything, we have now finally, after much trial and error, we have gotten the research back to the point where we were before the patch. That's excellent. It's a milestone. So this is just repair work from when the biters attacked the base and we had to... Oh, no, why does it do that? I'm up here, it creates one and takes it down here. I come back up down there, it makes one and takes it up there. I don't understand. Sometimes the logic's kind of weird. Okay, that puts water back in. I'd like to turn the nuclear power plants on, but I gotta have all the... One thing we've got to do is we've got to connect get a electrical connection from here got to get an electrical connection from this accumulator, not this particular one, but from the accumulators, because that's what we're using to control our nuclear power plants running. Why? Well, because the nuclear power plants, whether there's a demand for electricity or not, will burn power cells. Once you put a fuel cell in the nuclear power plant, it uses it, regardless of whether there's a demand for electricity or not. So what we have found is that we've put in place a decision-making network that says, is there a demand for electricity? If so, turn the power plant on, use one fuel cell, and that fuel cell gets used up regardless of whether the demand for electricity may go away instantly, but that fuel cell gets used up. But another fuel cell doesn't get added into the thing until there is another demand for electricity. So this saves fuel cells. But we've got to make a connection from here to here to here. got to get across this open space. So we'll go here to here to here to here. Which one is it? Sorry, I'm not talking. I'm trying to figure out. So I've made a connection from the accumulator all the way over here. From this accumulator. But see now, why is it 75? Accumulator's at 0. It has to do with this reset. This is supposed to be a reset. This little circuit here, which puts out 75. tell you what, let's get rid of this. Put another one back here. Need to create 2 more wires. Connection from here to here. And then let's go in the other side over here. Nope, it wouldn't let me do that. It still says that's the same spot. So this is supposed to be a reset. I don't think it's supposed to output C. That's what it was. I think it's supposed to output A. But it takes a signal from, it says multiply S times 75 and output C. This tells me that we're calling for energy, which is what we should be doing, right? Not sure why this is still at 75. May have to go back to the original one that we did, make sure that we are got the signals right, because see, our accumulator charge is sitting at 0, so our it says C, not A, right, because C has been put onto the net on there by that combinator. So what happened to A? Now there is no A. Yeah, I don't quite have that right. I'll have to look back at that. But for right now, let's remember to do that. I have to remember to fix it. Right now, it is calling for it to run, so I want to turn that off. I don't want it to sit there and constantly run. So that turned it back off. I mean, it's not even enough electricity to run anything, so it should say, it should be on. Of course, there's not electricity to even turn the lamp on at the moment, but anyway, we'll fix that. We will fix it. We will fix that and make it work correctly. In the meantime, let's go over to the Kovarex, because that's what I want to look at a little bit more, and then we'll call this video over, because we've had about enough time already in it. So you may have seen what I did last time. So let's see. Got 33 here. Here, let's take those. Take these. Okay, so we don't quite have enough yet. So each one of these requires 40 uranium-235s. With 40 uranium-235s, they will produce 41 uranium-235s, or one extra. And they also use up 3 of these, 5 of those. I'm not sure. I think it uses 40 of those and 5 of those, and produces 1 of these and 3 of those. So you lose 2 of these and gain 1 of these, something like that. How did I manage to end up producing twice? I don't know. But you can now see that I've got to pluck these back. And see, now I have 101, so I can put, let's see, if I put, currently I can only do, now I've got 2 of them going. Just gathering them all back up again. And I had 101, now I have 103, right? So we'll do this again. And so I'm sure that you are now aware of what I'm doing, right? Why don't these have electricity? Is there a power pole missing somewhere? Not sure why they don't have electricity. That one does, and so does that one. Ah, I see. There's a little power pole. You see the little power pole that's missing? Let's see, can I make one? Can I make those little power poles? Oh yes, I can make 2 of those. Boom, boom. Now they're good. Okay. All right. But our electricity has fallen to such a low level that these can't even work at the moment. Okay, but you see what the process is? What I'm going to do is I am going to close out this video. Thank you so much for watching and tuning in to Inicore Gaming. Please consider giving the video a like and a comment and subscribing to the channel. There will be more content coming. This is something I really enjoy doing, so we'll definitely be making more videos. I hope that you enjoyed the video. I would encourage you to go out and experience some various places of worship. Find one that you feel comfortable in and feel welcome in. Attend it regularly with an open mind and with an expectation of getting value from it, with an open heart. And I think that you'll find that to be a rewarding and a fulfilling experience. I certainly do. So I encourage you to do the same. Thank you for tuning in to Inaccord Gaming. Until next time, see you.